How to keep your cool under pressure. Hi, this is Richard Jackson, Coach RJ, owner of Tennis Treasures, the Tennis Millionaire. So, we're here to help you to achieve your tennis goals faster and smarter. We want to take away the heavy lifting. So, our topic, keeping cool under pressure. That's where the answer is. How are we going to do that? Well, let's picture you having a bad day. Shanking the ball, framing it, and missing easy shots while your opponent is hitting balls that are clicking against the tape, and then, of course, it's a let core falling on your side. Well, you could go full-blown McEnroe, breaking your racket on the ground or whatever. So, but the point is, no, you don't want to do that. So you ask a question. What's the question? The question is it better to be angry and get better, or not angry and get better and improve? The answer is simple. It depends on you. Different players have different ways of doing this. McEnroe, he gets better when he's upset. Well, Medvedev goes the opposite way when he's upset. So everybody's different. Now what? Well, let's talk about you. How do you handle this stress? How are you going to deal with this problem? And the key answer is you train yourself mentally, emotionally, so that your response is a personal one that helps you to learn. So the key to how to handle pressure, how it affects you correctly, is to take advantage of it, like the top pros have done. So in this lesson, we're going to break down how to stay composed and the mental tools that the pros use to bounce back really fast. So let's dive right in. Now, your turn. Tennis dream. All right, we want you to reach your dreams, and here we're going to do it. So you're in a specific match, and you think of it as a movie that you're participating in. In fact, in this movie, you are the star. You're an entertainer. So what do? You play your part as much as possible, and you stay cool and calm while playing it. Of course, the audience doesn't know what's going on, but they like what you're doing. It's like you're in a movie setting, so that requires you to come back from behind, perhaps. And the crowd's always behind the person who's an underdog, so you're straight in that case, too. So, Chapter 5, just for the record, make sure you win in straight sets. That's its purpose. You don't have to worry about coming back from anything. And then, of course, here's the next thing to worry about, or to focus on, and that is you want to win the match in the locker room. It's a term used many years ago by the old ones. And what it means is your ambiance is intimidating to your opponent, who happens to be in the locker room too. But in this case, you're not in the locker room. You're just making sure your opponent sees you. And when they do see you, you have this brilliant body language that says it all. It shows that, wow, I'm better than you are. And it affects their subconscious mind. They're thinking, hey, I'm seated. Why are you walking around like you're the boss here? They're confused. But you didn't say anything, but your body language said it all, because you're so intensely focused on this one way to look at it. And this way to look at it is that you are the instructor and your opponent is your student. That's got to sink in. So your opponent starts feeling this uneasy feeling. They start second guessing themselves. They're uncomfortable. They don't know exactly why. All you did was walk on the court and get your stuff together, but they can't understand what's going on here. Yeah, it's because you're attacking their subconscious mind. So before going into this confident level, we would like you to have more tools in your tool bag, or your tennis bag in this case, because we want you to win this match without working as hard as everybody else has. We want to help take away the heavy lifting. And how do we do that? Well, let's talk about it. We're going to train you how to set traps. We're going to train you how to use your SWs at critical times. We're going to show you how to leverage your success through covert playing, and that's through Chapter 5. Also, that's where it helps you to win these matches really quick. We're going to talk about strategies, like in chess tennis, which is Chapter 4. We're going to also be talking about how to win tie breaks more quickly. You're going to look forward to a tie break. That's Chapter 6. all these types of strategies for including strategies, tactics, and formulas all in one chapter. That's chapter 7. It's like a military campaign that you're bringing to the table. When you put your bag down on the ground next to the net, the ground shaketh because you're so loaded with artillery. You're a different player. You're a different person. You think differently. You learn how to ask questions during the match. If you don't know your opponent's skill level, you start asking questions to see what they can and can't do comfortably. We show you all these things and much, much, much more. But I can't go into it because I try to keep these videos down to a minimum amount of time. So let me tell you about Tennis Treasures. We are a tennis training camp. We're not a tennis boot camp. Our training camp is special because it works from home. You don't have to leave and go across the country. We also have you work from a position of on a one-on-one basis, not a group setting. Also, what makes us special is our cost is far less. Our cost is less than 10% of what the other boot camps are training. And we're not a boot camp, but we have a special way to get you stronger, more powerful, to help you become more confident because you practice these unique skills. We are different. That makes you different. So anyway, there's a lot of things that go into Tennis Treasures, and we want to share those with you when you're available. So feel free to reach out to us at tennistreasures.org, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. But if you have any questions, please email us as soon as possible, and we'll get back to you right away. Thanks. My name is Coach RJ, and I'll talk to you soon.